And what is up, everybody? My name is Chad. This week, welcome back. Welcome back. How are you? How was your week? Why don't you talk for a little bit? Why don't you tell me how you were doing? Oh my gosh, missed this so much. Like, nothing against last stream, nothing against, St. Patrick's Day. But frick, I literally almost died of root beer poisoning. I'm very confident I almost died of root beer poisoning. And I am just so excited to watch some anime and hang out with really nice, cool people for a night. I just need an hour away from my busy week, away from my rugby, and away from studying, and away from work, and just to hang out and be a person and hang out with other people. And I'm very excited I get that chance this week. We are going to be watching, let me go to my statistics over here. We're going to be watching Denki-gai no Honya-san, which I don't freaking care what it is in English. I more or less, here's what ended up happening. I made a list on Twitter, because if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you're missing out on the chance to actually to vote, to cast your vote, because it matters, because Kanye and Puff Daddy said it mattered. And I had a choice. You can pick 3 different types of like love type of stuff. I think it was tsundere, yandere, and kudere or whatever. And then there was one that said love doesn't exist. And apparently you guys are all very, very antithetical to the idea of love. And so you picked no love by like a margin of 1%. So the list was a whole bunch of stuff that I think has, I'm not 100%, but they didn't say romance on there, I think are non-romantic animes. And you picked this one. I've actually never heard of this one except for tonight. This will be new for all of us. So if you guys are new here to Anime Night, real quick catch up. There's a timer on one of these sides here. It's all backwards for me. The timer will just tell you where we're at any given time in the anime, so you guys can, sync it up with your own side, and we can watch it together at the same time. Nobody gets left behind. Nobody goes forward. No spoilers. We all have a good time, and I don't get copyright strict for putting it on the screen. Next thing, I am watching this on 9anime.to. If you can watch it legally, please, 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 please do support the anime industry. That's how we get this stuff. If I don't know if you guys, maybe in your country, this is on Netflix or on their version of Crunchyroll or whatever it is that you guys have, do that. If not, I have a link in the description of this video where I'm going to be watching it. It's on 9anime.to. It's a good website. You're not going to get viruses yet. Hopefully not, like Kiss Anime did. And we can have a good time. I'm watching it subbed. I don't know if there's a dubbed. I pretty much always watch it subbed. And I usually try and watch it without even the English subtitles, but this website kind of makes you have to have it. It's like embedded into the video. You can't really shut it off. What are you gonna do? So I'm actually gonna get this thing a-rolling real quick while we're here. I'll catch up on chat as we get into the anime. I've been told my intros take, not that they take long, but they're longer than they need be, which I agree with. I don't try and waste your guys' time, so we'll jump into it and I'll catch up with stuff as we go, right? So if you guys can check out over Meow, you'll see a dope little timer thing where my little Mousy Boober, my little friend Mousy Moo here. And when I say 3, 2, 1, go, hit play on your end. And if you guys haven't pulled it up and you're stressing, it's okay. Take your time. I have tea here. This is a calm evening. Just hit play and either pause the stream or catch your thing up to where we are. So, in 3, 2, 1, go. We're going to start the anime. This is an adorable song already. I'm excited. Oh, I have to pull Discord up too. I forgot. Ooh. Let me get Discord going. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Is this a part of the anime? Because this is adorable. I like the 3D effects over the 2D effects, though. So that's something. Let's see where we're at. Oh, gosh, I'm already not caught up. Where are you at? Okay. All right, so if you're on the Discord chat, just know, hey, I'm here. It takes me a bit to get everything loaded up. So I see you guys, and I will catch up with that in a sec. Let's go to YouTube chat. YouTube chat, where are you guys at? How you doing? Not where you guys at, like there's nobody here. I was just saying, nice to see you guys. What's up, CJ Bynes? I know you're new. Welcome to the weird family. Oh, this is the intro song. This is important. I want to make sure this doesn't suck. Hey, Hannah, what's going on? Madurka, I love that name. How you doing? My streams only come through one year. Yeah, so Nomad, for the life of me, I've gone through all of the stuff on my end. I can't figure out what that is. I'm starting some sort of Patreon thing probably next month, and all that money's going to go to get an actual audiovisual guy in here to help me make this not suck and try and do the best that I can do. But yeah, that's the one thing besides me living in the middle of nowhere, so my internet quality sucks, so I can't do this in HD. Those are the two things that I'm really self-conscious about, and I'm working on it. I promise you guys I am. Oh, the Chags is back. Seriously? Hey, anime dude, what's going on? We got to get you back on. That was fun. Seriously. Why don't after the stream at some point, why don't you get in my DMs, slip into those DMs? We'll set up a time for you. I don't know if I'm booked out. Yeah, I'm easily booked out through. I don't know. We'll find a day. It'll be sweet. And I'll let you pick. Okay, so far, and I am watching the anime, does it seem at all like, this kind of seems, what is that? What's the one where they're in a restaurant? It's called like Westadia or whatever. What's the anime called? Waiting. This kind of is like, it seems like a waiting, but for anime. Or for, I guess, working in like a manga shop. Which is, you know what's weird? So I read a lot of manga. I've never felt less like okay than in manga shops. For some reason, they just make me feel really awkward. Which you think I'd be like, oh, I'm home, because there's just millions of manga everywhere. But for some reason, I don't know, I just never really felt good about it. And I can promise you, there's not this cute of girls that work at these stores. Just throwing that out there. Tat Savage 1? Hey, what's going on? Tat Savage? Is that like that savage, but with a that? Shin, I should be, yeah. Again, just like always, I clean up for like 5 minutes, and then I head next door, and then, yeah, I can chill after that. So I should be hanging out this time. Last time was a little weird just because we were doing the St. Patrick's stream, and it was on a Friday, so it's kind of different. But yeah, I'll be on. If you guys want to talk to me, like voice chat one-on-one, there's a Discord server I have in the description. You can go on there. Discord's like a way better version of Skype. You can talk to me. You can hang out with all the cool people that hang out in that stream. It's awesome. Not that I'm particularly cool enough to like want to hang out with, but if for some reason you have a bad lapse in judgment and want to, slip on in. You know, come say hi. Tad. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. This dark tea's got me buzzing. What the hell's happening? Tokyo Youth Development. What? Oh, so she's a douche. Okay. She's one of the she's the government. Shin usually shows up. I think because last Friday was different than normal, so he didn't show up then. But Shin's usually here. He's freaking awesome. Hey, Brianna, what's going on? Nah, Chad, you're the raddest. You guys, you think way too highly of me. I'm doing an anime live stream. This ain't the raddest thing. Dat Savage one? Don't worry about it. If I can help at all, if you're confused on how this works, I did it in the intro, so I don't know, maybe you missed it. This is anime night. I do a live stream of myself, and I interact with you guys and talk and stuff, because I don't normally, when I was doing a Saturday video and a Wednesday video, I didn't get that much of a chance of this, like, direct dialogue. So what we do is I have a separate thing open. I use my iPad to watch a different anime every week, basically. There's a little timer at somewhere in the bottom tab here, and that's how far into the anime I am. So if you want to actually watch it with us so we can talk about it and have everything be fun and exciting, whatever that is, just scroll to wherever that timestamp is and you'll be caught up. There's also a 30-second delay on my end that doesn't reflect on the timer, just for chat. Just so, if you guys say something, it should take me about 30 seconds to respond. I think if you have any questions I didn't answer, please feel free to let me know. I know I'm not very good at explaining tech concepts because none of this was set up by me, by the way. I have had several people from the YouTube community help me get this far, and I have a long way to go, but I'm excited. You know what's weird? I guess I didn't really notice that there were seals on like Edo books. Because I mean, I went to not just manga stores, but like libraries and all that stuff, and they had like straight up porn that you could just sift through. Um, or it's like at a 7-Eleven, like or you could just there's old dudes that just sit there and look at like straight up porn, like it's normal. I mean, maybe it's normal to them. It's not a normal. It's not a normal Saturday night to me. But I never noticed that they were like I don't know what you call it. They don't have a like a seal or like a baggie. I don't know. Maybe the baggies to keep like sticky fingers off. I don't know. Now I got to admit, I'm not like I'm pretty on the other side of liking anything like this, where it's like actual like fan service Edo stuff. The Savage one, you don't need to be on Discord. Discord is if you guys want to hang out and talk to each other. I also check the chat. Sometimes I'll bring on people from there if they have a question during the live stream that you can talk to me on air. It just kind of depends. Also, after and usually before the live stream, I do a hangout for like 30 minutes afterwards. So if you actually just want to sit and talk with me or anyone else in the group, I feel very pompous saying that because like I wouldn't even want to stay a half hour after this to talk to me. But there's a lot of people that go on my channel and they have questions about language learning or a video that I did or something like that. And I try and stay up and just talk to people. And it usually gets kind of taken out of my hands. Like I usually don't have to drive the conversation, which is good. Because I have to drive the conversation like this because it's me alone in a room. And afterwards, it's nice because I get to have you guys basically like, you guys get to control a conversation and then like, hey, what happened to Chad? I'm like, oh, I'm still here. I'm just listening to you guys fight. Oh, boy. Yeah, see. I don't know. I guess I just never was big into like that stuff. Like even on anime night, not just for YouTube's sake, like I don't watch like I pretty much don't allow fan servicey type stuff if I can avoid it. If I know it's fan servicey before. It's just not something I like. I kind of like decent story. And this... Nothing against this anime, but I haven't seen anything that's stricken me as like a really solid story yet. This is getting intense. Rose petals. Ugh. Yeah, I remember those books, the boy love books. Again, not my section. Had to go into a section right next to that because I wanted Hotorubi no Morie, which is like my favorite manga. And every time I find one, even though I have like 4 copies, I keep buying copies just because they're like the best book ever. And the author that writes those also has written some of those types of books, so they're kind of close. So I try and like reach as far as I can, like around the corner to grab that book, so I don't have to be on that side because I'm already foreign. I don't need to deal with this. Kwai-chan, what's going on, dog? I don't actually own a GoPro. So CJ, the reason the quality is that it is right now, because if you see my Wednesday videos, it's usually good quality. It's because I have a couple DSLR stuff. The reason it's bad quality here is because I live literally, like, existence for humans goes up to here. I live there, and then there's nothing for the rest of my state for literally ever. And so the internet isn't that good, so I had to tweak some levels to make sure this is probably about the best that I could get done reasonably. I've already, I've contacted the internet people, and I said, hey, if I can get a better upload speed, like I don't care how, even if it's a little bit for a lot of money, I will pay it. This is part of what I do is these live streams. So please help. But until that happens, this is about the quality I can get on the live stream, with unfortunately just because of internet restrictions. But I do take very, I don't think pride's the right word. I like to make high quality stuff. So if you see my Wednesday stuff, you can see, oh, this is what this is kind of the standard he's going for. But if you look at anything else, you'll probably be like, hey, what's that for? All this Chag's life stuff. Jeez. Like, I don't care if you guys want to do it. Just don't, like, ruin the possibility of me getting the late, well, not late, great Ricky Skaggs. He's still kicking, thank goodness. But getting Ricky Skaggs here, the man, the myth, the legend. I will stop doing this stream. I'll end it if I could just get Ricky Skaggs for one anime night. If that's the case, everything we're doing here, we've beat the game. Like, it's kind of like watching the Game Grumps play Dark Souls, even though they already beat it and they're just doing the DLC. DLC's weird. We'll do some other type of stream, but we will end the anime night if I can get that. Crimson, congrats for getting promoted at work. Can you cook me something? If I go to your neck of the woods, which I don't know where that is, but if you happen to see me at a bus stop, sad and crying and hungry, possibly with disheveled hair, my makeup smearing, would you cook me something? Because, you know, I would like that. Brianna, this week I'm not doing the green background. I wanted to shake things up, and I also noticed that, so I have pretty powerful lights, but I only have 2 of them, and so when I have this big green background, sometimes you'll see like vignetting of like speckled black. I just don't really like that, so I want to keep it as flush as I can keep it, while keeping it perfectly lit, and I need a couple more lights for that. Which I'll buy myself. I mean, I don't want to move my lights because it'll jack up the lighting of this and it'll get bad. I'll do some sort of like my YouTube rig video soon enough, but they're that big. They're really bright LEDs on some sticks. I just have to get a couple more of those, they're not actual sticks, but pulls. And then I'll do that again. But I think this is good for now. I like to have a standard of quality I don't like to dip below if I can avoid it. And seeing that vignetting week in and week out just kind of reminds me of, oh, okay, unless I'm doing meme stuff like that Trump thing where it's like, yeah, it's supposed to be bad quality. I like to have stuff look a certain way and to I don't know, I don't like putting out stuff I'm not proud of. So for now, the screen's still here. I'll still do green screen stuff. I'll still do meme stuff. But I'm just not going to do it for probably the next 2 or 3 live streams until I can get more lighting just to round out the vignetting. Dude, I love seafood. Are you kidding me? Look who you're talking to. Look who you're talking to. Getting in chat might help. Can you guys hear me? Where are you at? Oh, sorry. They're the people in the Discord are helping each other figure stuff out, which thank God for that, because I am not competent in that at all. Anything in questions? What's the difference between Choushi wa dou desu ka and Genki desu ka? Oh, that's a good question too. I mean, so straight up, I don't really ever use Choushi wa dou desu ka, Jojo. Have I ever used that? I mean, you have to know it because if someone, or you read it, or someone says it to you, you kind of need to know what it means. Choushi is like your physical condition. Wa is the topic marker, so the topic of the conversation is your body in general. Do is like, how is it? Deska, or I guess deska would also be is it. So do is like how is it doing? How's it feeling? So how is your condition? So it's basically just saying how are you. Genki deska is like, Genki is like energy, life force, vigor. Like, so are you vigorous? Are you energized? I guess. Because the opposite of that would be no, I don't have energy, blah blah blah, and that kind of infers also that I'm not very good because I'm not very Genki. I don't have this energy. I'm sad, or I'm depressed, or I'm tired. That's sort of the I don't want to say antithesis because English is hard, but you guys get what I'm saying. Truly, the meaning is basically the same, but I never use Choshiwa do desu ka? Mind you, desu ka I hardly use because I'm such a freaking brat. I pretty much always just use Genki. But that was my go-to. You could be different. You should know both because if someone uses either on you, you should know it. But I pretty much when I'm asking someone how they're doing, well, do I even use Genki? What do I say? If I was saying I guess I use Osunus. Yeah, don't take from my example. I speak way too informally to like for my own good. It's probably disrespectful to a lot of people. Don't listen to me. Do whatever your textbook says to do. But I mean, if I had to pick between those two phrases, Choshi wa do desu ka and Genki desu ka, I would use Genki. Good question, Jojo. Oops, sorry. CJ, we are watching anime, but again, I can't put it on YouTube screen because I will get flagged. I have that timer stamped so that way if you have it on a different screen or on an iPad or on a cell phone, you just drag it to wherever that timestamp is, and that's where we are in the anime, so you're not lost. So the anime's going right now. It's right. So if you see my finger right there, right? See? Because we have 3D action here at Zimmerman Studios. That's my pad with the anime on it. I go from commenting on the anime a lot to talking to you guys, to going to the Discord chat, to Twitter on my Fizzone, because Twitter usually works very well. Potato and melons are the code word? Aya's lollipop. Japanese doesn't have the word weeaboo. When I think of a weeaboo, well, actually, I have a slang book that talks about. I forgot what word it was because it was so long ago. It's a word for Japanese people who wish they were American and act like they're American and dress like they're American. And that's kind of when I think of a weeaboo as someone that like forsakes their Western heritage and goes, no, I should have been born Japanese, and they speak with desu at the end of sentences and they don't shower. And they, I mean, I'm not doing very much justice for that type of people. But you know what I mean? They're people that wish they were Japanese. I'll, during the break, or maybe actually, why don't afterwards in the Discord chat, why don't I get that book and I'll see what that word is. But weeaboo doesn't technically exist in Japanese. Not that should be news for any of you guys. That's very much a Western word. And I mean, otaku is still a pretty mean thing to say. And to say it about yourself is, even though people say that in anime, it's not something you hear because it's not very nice. It's kind of like how nerd was in the 70s. Like when if you actually were a nerd, people would throw you in trash cans. Like it actually was a negative thing. Whereas now nerd's kind of like a positive thing. It's like you like pop culture and Star Wars and stuff that's generally considered likable. It's kind of different. It's not kind of different. It's very different. It's negative. But I'm not gonna get into this. I'm not here to teach you Japanese. I'm just here to answer as many questions as I can. So, savage. Okay. Ricky Chags every time. Oh, Ricky Chags. I can get behind that. That's gonna be my new. If you guys ever see a book written by Ricky Chags, I'm the ghostwriter. That's gonna be my alias, Ricky Chags. Yeah, man, I don't know. There's just something about this anime that doesn't hit me very well. It's not memorable. Everyone kind of looks the same, or they're really overly round and cutesy, and I don't know. The story doesn't just hit me that well. I don't know. Do you guys like the story? It's I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. That happens a lot. But I don't know, it's just something that it doesn't stick with me. It's not something that I bet you after tonight's anime night, unless something changes in the next, I don't know, however long we have left in this and the next episode, I probably won't watch it again. Although I gotta say the I don't know if language is the right word. How they speak's pretty easy to understand because they're in Tokyo, and Tokyo Ben's kind of like the standard, like that's the stuff they teach in textbooks a lot. And the words that they use are pretty normal and average, like they're not getting all crazy with their dialogue. This might be a decent anime if you guys want to this might be a decent anime if you guys like are trying to work on listening practice. That was a hiccup that like went into my nose and touched my eyeballs and my soul. Oh Lord. Ricky's not my Yowie one true pair. Huh. Now I did see. Hmm. Hey, all right. I think that's the end of this episode. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the end of this episode. Cool. I'm gonna go all the way through the ending credits because I want to see what the ending credits are like and the song and stuff. This really seems. So there, again, I don't have a genre for this, right? But I remember walking through these stores, and there's stuff that's clearly meant just for, um, like people who are in anime culture in Japan to buy. And this is it. I mean, the figures are super chibi. The animation style is exactly like that style. Um, the outro music is a super upbeat, like girly synthesizer thing that they just eat. That's the stuff that they play nonstop at these stores. They play, or at, like arcades, they play these super high pitched girly things that they can do weird dance things to. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not feeling this anime, but hey, that's what this night's for. It's to watch these things, to comment on it, and if we don't ever watch it again, then awesome. One less bad anime. But we have one more episode of this left. So get ready for it. Queue up your second episode. I'm going to finish the ending just because I want to see how the outro sounds. But I got to say, the art style and the music choice and really the story. This, I think all around this is not doing it for me. But who knows, maybe it'll switch it up super big in the second episode. Oh, please, no fan service like this. Why does every freaking thing have a swimsuit scene where panties hit the dude's face? Ugh. All right, round two, guys. Let's. We just got to tough it up like soldiers, you know. You just gotta. You just. You just gotta deal sometimes, you know. I feel like I'm gonna go to Nam. Oh, here. Oh yeah. Okay. Episode 2. Red. Oh, here, let me get the timer. Stop. Reset. All right. Full screen. Stupid iPads. Tricks are for kids. All right. You guys ready? Oop. If I can get this thing to load. Bachi bachi da na 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 na. So how about politics, huh? Let's talk about that for a while. Let's do a politics live stream while this thing's loading. Doesn't that just sound like the freaking best idea of anything we could ever do? Chad Zimmerman politics live stream. If anything, if I had the choice to do a politics live stream, I would want to do a like college like a debate team style debate, so not like yelling at people, but like you have like an audience that pulls in first and shows what their sides are on like a specific issue, and then we have the debate going, and then afterwards we do that same poll, and whoever has the most sway during that towards their side wins. I think that'd be cool. I mean, no one's gonna ever do it, but I think it'd be cool. I think a lot of dumb stuff's cool. Like, why do you think I started a freaking anime live stream? Alrighty, so I got it loaded back up. If I can just get this to go full screen. Alrighty, you guys ready for round 2? See if you guys can see the little switchy maboober on the timer right here, right? We're gonna start the second episode of whatever this is, Denki-gai no Honya-san. I'm just doing that from memory. I don't have it on my screen anywhere. In 3, 2, Ichi, go. Go. Start. Okay. Okay, it might be 1 second off. Who cares? Alright, we'll go for this again. I don't know. I don't hate the intro music. It's just not for me. Oh gosh, so much Chags in the chat. Let's go back to Discord. Discord doesn't talk about Chags. I can handle that. I wonder if there's like a name for this type of genre where it's literally so there's no story, the characters are purposefully cute so they sell stuff. Chad, have you the anime called Tokyo Ghoul? Have I heard of it? Yeah, I watched it when it was airing. Um, I watched it. The last episode did not at all end even remotely how I wanted it to, so I will not watch it anymore. So I know that it got a second season. I don't know if it got a third, but I won't be watching it. It no, thank you. But I liked the first season up until 12. So if you can even go first season halfway through the 12th episode, pause it, and then come up with how you want it to end, it's a great anime. But other than that, I'm not sold. Ooh, that's a lot of people adding me on the Discords today. It's good. It means we're gonna have a hell of a party. Trump is my favorite comedian. Ooh, we're getting political in her. Ooh. Oh, I had a problem occur. How dare you, sir? Just let me watch my animu. Why can't I watch my animizzle? For shizzle. See, this is what's really wrong with America. Anime has to be streamed on these sketchy sites. Like, where's the trade deals to get more anime, President Trump? Trump-san? Let's figure that out first, and then we'll talk about whatever other stupid stuff you want to do. I didn't vote for him, but I didn't vote for anybody else either. Well, that's not true. I just didn't vote for Hillary. Boop. Back in it, guys. We're back in it. I had some weird, it just closed out of the thingy-maboober. Totally okay. Worse things have happened. Like, I don't know, the Holocaust and whatever else negative stuff happened. You want to know what's freaking weird? On Twitter, when I go live, every week it tweets out, hey, I'm live, in a different language from all over the world. And I don't know why. And I've seen other YouTubers have the same problem. I've gone on YouTube partner forums, and they all do the same thing. And it's just like, I don't freaking understand it. My history teacher has a debate club every week. That's cool. I really like history club. I was, always wanted to be in, what was it? What is it? It's something in debate. Forensics in debate. My brother was in forensics, and I always wanted to be in debate, but in high school, I just didn't care enough about being there to, like, be a part of a club, so I kind of just stopped. Chad left my question in the Discord. Sweet, I'll run over there. If it's a meme, good job for you. Hold on, I gotta find the... When did you first start loving Chags? You know, you don't choose the Chag's life. The Chag's life chooses you, I suppose. Wow, then you probably wouldn't like the second season Tokyo Ghoul, Chad. Yeah, probably not. Like, and the thing is, you could totally... Here's the weird thing with me. I'm not one of those guys that goes, it's a terrible anime. If you like it, you have bad taste. Like, if you liked the first season, you liked how it ended, and you liked the second season, freaking awesome. Then to you, that is a good anime. And God bless you. Like, there's so many elitists in anime for no reason. You can like whatever the hell you want to like. And I didn't like it, so I'm not going to watch it. But if you liked it, freaking sweet. Like, enjoy it. Enjoy liking something to like it instead of liking it to be a hipster about it, which is how so many freaking people watch anime nowadays. They want to be the ones that criticize because it's so easy and nice to criticize animes and to criticize other people for liking stuff that you don't like. But who freaking cares? What happened? I got another problem with my iPad. Don't worry, I keep forwarding it back to where I'm catching up to my thing, so I'm not behind you guys at all. It's just annoying that I have to keep freaking doing this. It's weird. I wonder why it's doing that. It might be because here. Let's try a mirror, shall we? I want to mirror a different server. That's one of the nice things about 9anime. There's like a buttload of servers of everything. I'm going to server F1 now instead of F2. All right, let's go for that. Okay, let's give it the old college try. Namely, we'll give it about a half a semester and then realize I'm not going to geography class. That's what the college try means to old chatty boy here. There we are. Should be all caught up now. Ish. We'll find out. Savage Chad with the gold. This isn't gold. It's like brown. It's like earth colors because I'm earthy and hip. And I have tattoos on my hands because I don't want to work anywhere besides being a barista for the rest of my life to pay for my band, which is really just me by myself, but it's super hip. You guys wouldn't get it. I don't even bother talking about it. No, Hannah, I swear I don't do it intentionally. YouTube does that. And it does it with other creators too. And no one can figure out why that is. I've actually opened up a ticket with YouTube just going, why? Like, I mean, who cares? It's a different language, like, sweet. But it's not what I'm posting. So maybe they'll figure it out. But I think they have bigger problems with that whole LGBT, not censoring, what do they call it? Restricting thing that happened this week. So they probably won't get to me ever. Dude, I wish my Japanese bed was that bouncy. Mine was really stiff, and normally I like stiff, but I like a stiff bed, but it was like really stiff. Like it was basically like, hey, you want to sleep on the floor, but slightly above the floor? That's how my bed was. Used to be in your debate club at your old school. Was it fun? Like, did you like it, or was it not? Would you not recommend do you it? Wow, that sounded bad. Never mind. This tea's got me flying, guys. This is some high caffeinated stuff. Yeah, Brianna, my brother actually went to the state competition for forensics, and I went, but not participating. I just went to support him. Tokyo Ghoul manga is so different, so you might enjoy that more. If it is different, I'll give it a shot. I gotta say, is it a spoiler? I mean, how old is Tokyo Ghoul now? Actually, I guess beyond that, when is the appropriate... How long can something be out before it's okay to talk about, like, the first season of something that now has 3 seasons of it? Let me know, because if it's too soon to talk about it, I won't. But, I don't know. I feel like Tokyo Ghoul has been out since, like, 2012. It's 2017. Like, if I can't talk about the ending of that 5 years later, you're not ever gonna watch it, so who cares? What's your favorite anime? Oh, God. Up until last December when stuff got really dark for me, I used to love to feel and to cry. Now I kind of like to not feel anything, which is probably not a healthy feeling. But it's how I get, I can only get through my day trying to avoid feeling like actual human emotions, so... I don't know. I mean, I've always loved Ghibli films. I have a Ghibli tattoo on my calf. I'll probably get I want to get probably a full sleeve of Ghibli on my arm, but... probably some Ghibli movie. Chad, are you going to add people on Discord to talk in the live stream? Nobody asked to this week. So I probably won't this week, but if you actually want to, I has Lollipop, like if you want to come on like during the middle bit and, talk for a bit, why don't next week, if you leave a question in the questions tab, just be like, also, can I ask you or whatever. And then I could just bring you on real quick. I didn't want to have anyone like write one of those questions and then maybe like, hey, why don't you come on? And then they're like, oh no, I don't want to. Then I'm like, wow, this is awkward. All right, look at me dance while I change the subject. Hey, how about the government, huh? It works out better to just not do that. Are we having a guest next week? Yes, we should be. The weird thing about my guests, a lot of the time they're other like anime YouTubers. They typically are in other countries. So sometimes they can't make it because it's like the middle of the night and they just can't make it, which I totally get. It can't be easy. But the next guest I'm gonna have, has dropped once before because it was too late and she just couldn't deal with it. Hopefully she's okay now. I won't talk about it till then. Who knows? Because if she can't make it, hey, I'll just move her to a different day. We'll try again later. But I should have a guest. Or I guess what I could do. You guys know I'm starting a podcast, right? So I'm starting a Dungeons & Dragons podcast where I'm the Dungeon Master because I've been DMing the same group of my friends for the last 4.5 years. Like, it's been a long time. So we're actually doing a podcast of our D&D session. I might bring those guys on because we're a real hoot. But if I bring them on, it'll be really hard for me to talk to you guys for a long time because we just bounce so fast off each other that it may be impossible for me to keep up with the comments. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'll mull it over this week. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I mean, so I think for a movie, right? If it's a big movie, like a Star Wars, if you haven't seen it in 6 months, that's on you, right? If it's like a really small thing that it may be hard for you to discover, so it may take you years to discover it. I think if it's really small, like an indie production film, really, if you can avoid spoiling it at all, that's probably best because small things by definition take a while to spread. Tokyo Ghoul, though, not a small anime. Like one of the biggest like dick swingers of 2012, like just raging with teen angst. Like that one, honestly, if you haven't seen it in the last 5 years, you're probably not going to. So I think it's okay to talk. My thing is, if it got a second season, the minute the second season starts airing, I think the first season's okay to talk about. Or if it's a big title, again, within a year, 6 months to a year, I think that's fair, right? But that's just me. It just depends on the person. I could see how that would be boring. I has lollipop or lollipop. My debate club did a lot. It wasn't just politics, but it was like politics, government, social issues, like healthcare, like stuff like vape. Should tobacco companies be allowed to do vaping stuff, or like is No Child Left Behind a viable option? Stuff like that. It was really fun, like listening to it, but I never actually participated. And the nice thing about, or I should say, the weird thing about me, right? I don't have like really deep seated political beliefs at all. So people can get political, and I kind of like switch where my line is on the political spectrum just to kind of like poke people and like play devil's advocate and have a dialogue and talk. Um, so a lot of people, there's two types of people on the internet. There's people that be like, oh, Chad's this conservative dude, or there's people that are also like, wow, he's super liberal, which I don't know. I don't have like an attachment to my political ideology, so I kind of can step back a bit and be like, oh, you both are kind of crazy, but you both also make some points. I don't know. I don't understand stuff. I don't understand things and people. That's why I run an anime podcast, because I'm in that sweet area of the autism spectrum where you're high functioning but you're handsome, right? I don't know how that has to do with anything, but you know. Another question on Discord. Loli, no, you cannot. If you make cool content, I'll be happy to invite you as a guest, but you don't get to come on here and explain what that is. Also, CJ Bynes, yeah, the questions channel in my Discord chat, whatever, is just for questions, and the questions I either answer, or if I think they're cool, I'll bring you on. You have to want to come on, of course. Like, you have to be able to come on voice chat. That's up to you guys, though. I don't mind. If you just want to like talk and stuff, go on and head over to the general chat. The general chat is where that's for. Favorite genre in anime? Oh, jeez. Well, whatever this is, it's definitely not. I remember I really used to like was it dramedy? Drama romance comedy? So like, I think the big example of that was like Clan Ad back in the Dizay. But you also have like Angel Beats in that. You have like Anohana in that. There's a lot that kind of fit in that weird dramedy, yeah, because drama, romance, comedy, dramedy. Um, Now I don't know. I'm watching Haikyuu right now, which is like sports school. Um, I don't know if shonen probably. It's all right. I mean I can get into it. I'm not like a volleyball dude or a sports anime dude, but you know, whatever. Um, I don't know what my favorite genre is, because as long as it's a good story, I tend to be like, oh, this is cool. Like I'm not someone that like raves about, wow, this is so cool. Although I can tell you the one anime thing I'm really looking forward to, because I didn't get a chance to watch it when I was in Japan, because I shot myself in the foot with that. I really freaking should have. Was Koe no Katachi. It looks so cool, and it's a story that like I just, for some reason, because even like I haven't seen Kimi no Nawa yet, like Your Name, and it looks cool. It looks beautiful. It looks like it'll make me cry. That's stuff I usually like. But for some reason, this one really hit me. Like just the trailer, I was like seeped and invested into it, and I was like, man, I really need to see this. So one of these days it'll be fun. I need to watch that, and if I can find a way to get it so you all can watch it, we should totally watch it on a anime night. I also think Tokyo Ghoul doesn't have any spoilers that ruin the experience. It's not like The Sixth Sense, The Usual Suspects. Dude, I haven't heard a Sixth Sense spoiler reference in years. I didn't watch Tokyo Ghoul until just before the second season came out. Okay, fair enough. Chad and I have civil discussions about religion before. It's pretty sick. Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about, especially if you try to talk to me about stuff, I don't A, claim to be some expert on anything, and B, I don't have like a deep attachment to what I believe. Like I kind of just go with where the facts kind of lead me in stuff with political and social ideologies. So I'll just talk about stuff with you, and you go, what about this? And if you can show me like, oh, that's silly, I'll be like, oh yeah, it is silly. Like for me, it's like big whoop. Like it's not a big deal. So me and Shin talk a lot about stuff. It's really interesting. Spirituality is chill. Yeah, dude, for real. Most of the people I know that are spiritual are vaping, dropping acid, listening to dubstep, so it's super chill. I'm just lurking on your Discord chat because I'm shy. Hey, you're A-okay. You can just chill out wherever you want to. The people that typically watch my channel, very sweet, very nice people. Not a big deal. What's your name on the... Oh, never mind. She's asking somebody else. I've been dying to see Koto... Yeah, I know, right? I just aired in... they just did a dub in England that just aired, and I have a whole bunch of my English friends that are doing, like, reviews about it. I'm not watching any of those reviews because I really just want to watch it not having any info. But I'll get there eventually. I'm excited. I think it'll be really cool. I don't know. I think it's because for some reason, I have this affinity for deaf people because the very first people I met in Japan were deaf. They were Japanese people who were deaf, and I could do a little bit of sign language, like just enough to like introduce myself and like spell. And they were just the nicest people. So I have this kind of like affinity for wanting to help like people like that, like people with disabilities. And so I probably get that from my mom's side. And I saw that trailer and I'm like, oh, like I can tell it's gonna rip my gut. So I'm excited for it. Yeah, so Kimi no Nawa came out when I was just before I left Japan. I think it was out for like 2 weeks before I left Japan. It was everywhere. That song, the Se Se Se, what was it? Se Se Se, Se 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 Sen by Radwimps. I don't remember what it is. Good song. Like, don't get me wrong. And I first heard it at Canal City in Fukuoka, and I was like, "It's a good song." And then you walk a block and you hear that same song, and you're like, "I thought that was a song I just heard back there." And you walk another block, same song. Another block, same song. Go into this store, that song, and you're like, I can't do this right now. Hana, I know your name's Johnny and I know you're a dude. I don't think I referenced you as a girl, did I? Did I? If I did, it's probably because I'm tired or because I am lit on this delicious English breakfast tea. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the characters for this anime, man. There's something about it that just makes me like not be about it, you know? Zen 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 say. Oh, okay. Yeah. What's your favorite Studio Ghibli movie? It's probably between Spirited Away, because that was, I think, the first anime movie I ever saw before I even knew what anime was. Like, I was like 7 or 8 when I first saw that one, or 10, or somewhere in that, when I was a little kid. Um, what was that other one that kind of makes me feel like really bubbly when I watch it? Oh, like Kiki's or Whisper. Was it Whisper of the Heart? Because it has that John Denver song in it, and John Denver is a big piece of my heart. Like I have 7 freaking or 5, I think, John Denver vinyls. So I don't know what it is. That song is so romantic it makes my heart flutter. Yeah, dude, for real. It's a really good song. I remember the music video has such vibrant greens. I was trying to find all over the internet where I could find the color grade for it, like what they used, and even in Japanese, I couldn't figure. No one could figure it out that I could find for like Premiere, because that's what I use. I use Premiere Pro. Oh, I wish I had that color grade, because I would totally be all about that. Because I think I'm going back. I think I'm doing Japan for a month in the summer and then a month in the late fall this year. Because I usually go back for like 2 months out of the year if I'm not in school over there. And I don't think I'll be going to school there this year. So if I go there for those 2 months, in the summer, I'd really like to go out to the countryside and film stuff and then have that bright green there. I'd love to do some short films. And because like vlogging, anyone can vlog. I'm kind of like past that. I just really want to make stuff that makes me excited, and that's one of the things that makes me excited is making short films. So I'd love to do like short films over there. We get it. They like each other. Just kiss already. Just make out. Hey, a YouTube comment. Where can I find that manga of yours? I think that person means the Yotsuba manga from my video, but it's been a while. I don't remember. Yotsuba, I mean, I didn't buy it online. I bought it in Japan. Or I should say, I bought all of them in Japan. I have all the Yotsubas because that's like the first thing you read. Really, when you're trying to read manga, you should probably read Yotsuba. Hey, episode's over. Thank God. Not a moment too soon. That's for sure. I'm not even gonna watch the ending because, frankly, I don't care. It was not an anime that I was particularly a fan of. I don't know. Did you guys like it? If you did like it, can you try and convince me to like it? I don't know. It's not for me, It's too cutesy. It's too, hey, buy our products. Buy our cute, weird manga products in a manga store near you. But if you did like it, let me know in the comments down below. If you guys like this video, be sure to like it down below. That helps me so much, guys. They keep switching up these algorithms on me, and just having engagement with people means so much. After the stream's done, there will be a comment section down below. If you guys have any questions I didn't cover in this, feel free to go on there. I have a Discord chat. You guys can come on 30 minutes before the live stream, in the middle of the live stream. Also, I'm going to do a chat after this live stream, probably in about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how long it takes me to clean and set all this stuff back up. Come hang out. Come talk to me. Ask me any more questions you have. I'll be on there for about a half hour just chilling. Anything else that I'm forgetting? Podcast. I have a podcast that'll be coming out probably in the next 26 days. The first episode will be out. We'll probably do one episode introducing me and everyone in there and introducing the world, and we'll do a second episode the first time playing that world. We're playing 5e. If you guys like Dungeons and Dragons, if you like other things like, I don't know, Critical Role or Acquisitions Incorporated or Nerd Poker, check it out. It's me and my friends doing what we love to do every Friday for the last 4.5 years, play Dungeons and Dragons. I think that's about it. I don't think I'm missing anything. If the chat is telling me to miss anything, please do. I'm going to switch this off to the weird outro music now. I will still check out the YouTube chat and the Discord chat. If you guys have any questions, don't worry about it. I'll answer them. I'm just going to switch off so that way I can start cleaning stuff up. And thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for just chilling and hanging out. I don't know why this thing's all freaking weird and high like that. Man, I just need this. I just need a good chat session, a good hang session. And I'm excited to keep moving forward. What should our theme be for next week? What should our theme be? You guys let me know what theme you want. Top 4 theme picks I find funny, I will do a chat on it. That's about it. Have a good week, guys. Be kind to one another. Seriously, be kind to one another. If you can be nice to someone this week, completely selflessly, I think even it's the small community, we could do a real impact in people's lives. All right, bye. Well, no. No, what's happening? No. Ah.
Told you to walk away. That was my first and last mistake. I'm blue without your face. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. Whoa, I need you to survive. 'Cause without you by my side, I can't survive. I need you to survive. 'Cause without you by my side, I can't survive. And this can be the end. I won't just settle for being your friend. A broken bond is not too late to mend. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. She said, boy, I want you to walk right, so I can give you one more chance. You're only living in your damn head. Without you by my side, I can't survive. I need you to survive. Without you by my side, I can't survive. Cause without you by my side, I can't survive.